Creating a business plan is one of the most important things you can do when you start a new business. This video will give you an idea of how you might put this type of plan together. The complexity of your business plan will depend on the nature of your business, but you want to make sure it's easy to understand, jargon-free, and easy to update. The first thing to do is to give the basic details of your business. Start with your business's name, its address, a web address, if you have a website yet, and your contact details. Remember to include an email address too, preferably a professional-sounding email, rather than one of the free ones you can get from popular webmail providers. You should also indicate your legal status, for example, whether the business is a partnership or incorporated as a limited company. At this point, give a description of what you want your business to do, the vision you've got for your business. You can make this as simple or as complex as you want, but the more you do here, the easier it will be to complete the rest of the plan. Include when you aim to start your business, which sector your business is going to operate in, for example, retail or construction, and how you want to progress it in the future. It's important to describe your products or services here too. Explain what makes your business different to all the others that operate in the market you're aiming at, why it's better than your competitors, why you think customers will prefer it, and how you're going to develop it over time. You should also highlight any patents, copyrights, or design registrations you might hold for your product or service. Once you have finished your business details and vision, you need to set yourself some business aims. These give you something to strive for and show you're serious about success. Again, these don't have to be detailed, but make sure you include what you're wanting to achieve in your first year, and also where you want your business to be in the longer term. Make these goals measurable, so there's something you can look back on and assess whether you've reached them or not. The next thing to include in your business plan are any legal obligations you're going to have to follow. Say, for example, any particular health and safety laws you need to deal with, licenses you need, or any insurances you need to pay. When you've done this, you can move on to one of the most important sections in the plan: researching your market, your customers, and your competitors. This is crucial, because if you have got a great product but there's no one to sell to, or you're selling to the wrong people, your business isn't going to work. You need to sell, and make sure you sell to the right people. For this section, you need to do market research. You could start by finding people or businesses that fit your ideal profile and ask for their feedback on your business idea. It's best to do this in a structured way by using a questionnaire to ensure a consistent approach. If you have a product, try to find an opportunity to sell it as a trial. For example, you could take a market stall and use the experience and feedback to make improvements. Firstly, write down what you know about your market. How big is it? What is the potential for the market expanding? Be careful to define your market or group of buyers carefully, so as to be realistic and meaningful. If you can find a group of buyers with a common need that you can satisfy at a profit, then you are potentially in a strong position. You can also include any market trends you may have found or intend to look into. Once you have researched the market for what you're going to sell, you need to find out about your potential customers. Who are they? And why would they be interested in your product or service? You can find this out by profiling them. This isn't as complicated as it sounds, but you first need to establish which group of customers you're looking to target. For example, are you aiming for customers of a certain age range or sex, or with a particular interest? This group should then be able to tell you what they expect from your business, why they expect this, and how much they will pay for your product or service. Getting this information into your business plan will help you take the correct approach when selling to your market. After this, the final piece of market research you need to include in the plan is on your competitors. Be sure to include who your competitors are, what their strengths are, and whether they have any weaknesses. Use this information as evidence to define specifically how you're going to improve on what the competitors are offering. You really need to be honest with yourself about whether this represents a true point of difference that will be valued by customers. This will be your unique selling point and could be something as simple as great customer service. Some of your market research findings will help you write the sales and marketing section of your business plan too. This is a key aspect of your business model, which shows how you will use your product or service to generate an income for your business, and the sales channels you'll use to deliver it to your customers. This is known as your route to market. For example, are you going to sell over the internet, over the phone, face-to-face, or use a combination of these? Your business model and route to market need to be based on what your target customers have told you they want. How would they prefer to buy whatever it is you're offering? You also need to outline your pricing structure. What's the cost to you to provide each product or service? And according to your research, how much more than this are your customers prepared to pay for it? Remember to include information about your marketing plans too. You'll need to promote your product or service to let people know it's available to buy. So how do you intend to do that? Don't worry about going into too much detail here. Save that for your separate marketing plan. You can find information about writing one of these elsewhere on this site. When you have covered sales and marketing, you can move on to cover the financial aspects of your business. This section should include your estimated setup and running costs, sales forecasts, profit and loss forecast, and cash flow projections. This may sound complicated, but it doesn't have to be. When working out your costs, think about how much you'll need to spend on things like equipment, premises, materials or stock, transport, and insurances. Think also about any missing skills that you'll need to run your business, or just tasks where it would be cost-effective to hire help. This could involve outsourcing, or if it's right for your business, even taking on your own staff. Once you've estimated your costs, think about your sales forecast. Based on what you now know about customer spending habits and the performance of similar businesses, have a go at estimating your sales each month for your first year of trading. Don't worry if you're not confident about your first estimates. This is something you'll get much better at with experience. By using a spreadsheet to show your expected sales each month, along with your related costs, you'll get an idea of how many sales you'll need for your business to break even, and how long it's likely to be before you start making a profit. Remember to list the assumptions that your sales forecast is based on, as any potential investors will want to see these. You should also outline any potential risks, like selling less than expected or your costs going up, and any steps you'll take to minimize these risks. Using your sales forecast, you'll be able to project your cash flow and work out whether or not you're likely to need additional funding. And if so, how much and when? So, with most of the business plan now complete, you should think about writing the executive summary. This is actually the first page of your business plan, but it makes sense to do it last. This should be a summary of the main points that are included in the rest of the document. Keep it brief and straightforward, but make sure it's also enticing. If it's too long or complicated, investors or managers will lose interest and be much less likely to read the rest of the document. It's an important section, so make sure you have all your information to hand first. Once you have completed the executive summary, your business plan is finished. But don't forget to keep it up to date, because as your business grows, you may need to refer to it to make sure you're still on course to meet its vision and aims. You now know how important a business plan is and what to actually put in it. So, why not start work on your own one?